Hello, Fear Hippie here is here, and today we are gonna see what appears on my Facebook. So, the other day I was talking to this guy, and we were talking about which side was more stressful to play. We were talking about if Survivor side was more stressful to play, or Killer side was more stressful to play. His opinion was, Survivor side. My, opinion was it's more stressful on the Killer side. And we were kind of just going back and forth on the different things that makes each side stressful. Um, he was saying it was more stressful on the survivor side because um, killers have access to aura reading a lot of time, aura reading perks. They have access to even detect you just based off of crows and stuff like that. Um, Along with randoms, randoms are extremely stressful to have on a team because you never know what to expect. It's a mixed bad whenever you get a random. And my opinion was, I don't find any of that really too stressful. Um, I feel like the killer side is more stressful because I feel like a lot of people kind of suffer from performance anxiety. So if you mess up against if you're a survivor playing up against a killer, and you mess up against them, you really don't have to worry about too much other than getting like losing the game and getting teabagged, and people aren't gonna really send you that much hate mail after the game. But if you're playing killer and you end up losing, you will get teabagged. You will get flashlight stunned, pallet stunned, um, all these different things, and then you get ridiculed at the exit gates. And win or lose, you're still probably going to get a bunch of fan mail, or as known as hate mail, at the end, because the survivors will always kind of stick together for the most part. There are a few occasions where survivors call out each other saying, "Oh, you were not too good at your loots or whatnot, or you messed up the game." But a lot of it is them kind of grouping up in a group mentality up against the killer. And I view that a lot of people have performance anxiety because of the repercussions of playing killer win or loss. Um, and I don't feel like a lot of the general player base really cares for that. I feel like a lot of the player base kind of likes to sit down, relax, work on skill check, clicker 4000, as they do nothing but skill checks. And a lot of them do not like it into chase. A lot of them feel like physical fear as soon as the terror ray starts approaching them because they know they gotta get into chase. Um, Maybe some like veteran players actually enjoy the chase, but a lot of the newer players I feel like do not enjoy chase at all. Um, Me personally, I love the chase. I love when a killer starts to come towards me, but I don't really find it that stressful. I find actually kind of happy when the killer chases me because I get something to do other than skill checks. Given I don't like to be tunneled, tunneling can be very stressful in itself, but as far as playing killer, having to manage four survivors exactly where they are on the map, making sure you block off their heals, you go to a side of the map that has the most generated progress. If you don't go that side, you end up losing a lot of progress. Knowing how to loot the tiles, knowing what perks the survivors have, because you only have 4 perks and 2 add-ons. They have 16 perks along with 8 add-ons, so you have to be very careful of that, along with their item effects too, to kind of figure out like how fast they can get them with a heal, how fast they can get them with a generator. I found that a lot more stressful, and a lot of the perks that survivors have, they're still pretty strong. Um, survivors have access to aura reads. So I know a lot of people complain about killer aura reads, but right now survivor aura reads are very strong. They can tell exactly where the killer is at using perks like Wiretap, Kindred, Open-Handed, um, along with Eyes of Belmont, Object of Obsession, Alert, Inner Focus, and Poise just got buffed, so they reveal aura reads as well. I'm pretty sure there was another perk that got a aura read update as well. With the last like major update, quality of life update. So yeah, I don't see why people would find Survivor side too stressful. And survivors even have access to the UI, so they can kind of tell exactly where the Earth survivors are, what generators they are on, if they're working on a boon, if they're working on a chest, if they're healing. And as soon as somebody gets down, you see the auras of all the Earth survivors base kit. So I'm kind of really wondering like what people think. Do you find the killer side more stressful or the survivor side more stressful, and why or why not? Um, so yeah, that's just kind of my video today. I figured it'd be a good topic to talk about. I found it pretty interesting, just since I found it so different. Because I find a lot of people have that not participation anxiety, performance anxiety. Um, so I look forward to seeing y'all's responses, and I will see y'all around. Y'all have a great day. Bye bye.